Good afternoon, everyone. So as you can see, it's a bit warm outside. I got just a little bit to do and ain't nothing but walking out and putting up the tools mainly. See, it's almost too hot for puppies other than coming out to pee. Lord, I need to do something with that moringa. I cut the first two out of the 10, but it's getting so high that whenever we do have some of these storms a little later in the year, it's going to blow everywhere. And what I've been up to this morning is I've been taking cuttings. I took cuttings of the stevia, which is this, along with some weeds in there, but I didn't particularly try to take any cuttings off of them. But the stevia, the sweet leaf plant, I potted up around 30 of them, and 15 spearmint and 15 peppermint, and some cuttings off of my variegated bougainvillea in there, and 64 of the kratom, and pretty much can't tell that I've cut anything. And I got to figure out how to get with that some more. And I do think some of this hibiscus pods are actually going to go to seed. I'm very pleased with that. And in this heat, even though I double watered this morning, things are done wilting at this time, and it's still early in the day. I had left my little box of kratoms open here so that they could get some air, and the circulation and all does them good. And I think there's one that I don't know what happened to him. He's kind of looking poorly over there, but the rest are all, even though one that's running up, the bumblebee there that's kind of running up a bit, is stood back up, and so I'm pleased with that. I got to put the top back on them before I go in. These I just cut over here. I got everything that I could, the 64 over here, and there's still many more cuttings that should have been took from over there. But that right there, that one is over my head, and I'm 5'11", so that's over 6 foot tall. And I need to cut. That was the baby from last year. The one next to it there is from Hector, and then this one was its daughter, and need to cut the top and some more out of it. I did take a few cuttings off of it this morning. And the jackfruit, the greenhouse is 7.5 foot tall. That biggest jackfruit's over 10, so gonna have to see what to do with that. But that's the spearmint in there that I took the cuttings from, and can't hardly tell I've done anything with it. And the peppermint it's quadrupled in size since I bought it. But I have concentrated on cutting some of these that are more in the sun. I've thought about going ahead and moving the jackfruit somewhere to where they're getting a little more sun on the kratoms here. And like I said, I don't know. I still waiting to see about whether the ones that I'm trying to air layer in in here in the pots have taken. I lost about half of them in some of the storms that we had earlier in the year, and they had it turned over and dumped them out, and that's why all the perlites everywhere in there. And some of the leaves are from, this is under an old black gum tree, and lots of little twigs and branches fall out of the tree and hang up into my kratom here, but it makes a nice shade, and up under the tree helps hold the humidity a bit. And so we got a little friend up here hunting the things that shouldn't be on the kratoms. Get them, little lizard. Like I said, me and everything else around here is kind of getting wilted today, so I'm going to turn this off and finish up a little bit I got to do out here, closing up that box of kratoms. And I hope the peppermint and the spearmint and all will kind of be rooted a little bit for maybe for the 4th of July giveaway. Don't know, just waiting and seeing. And I put them in the grow blocks, the old grow blocks, some kratoms that didn't make it. I put the spearmint, peppermint, and some of the other stuff in that. And I thought about doing some of the tree here, which a lady told me she thought it was called Dragon's Tail, and I don't know, that name stuck with me better than any of the others. There was somebody had told me it was something that started with a P years ago, but I can't remember that name. It was probably one of them scientific Latin names or something. But anyway, everyone have a blessed day, and try to stay cool and comfortable and take care of wherever you are.